So the truth is, yoga is a way older tradition that is designed for freedom. So it's designed for moksha, that's what they call it, freedom, which is to liberate yourself from all of those things that bound us, maybe physically, emotionally, mentally. So we, in our practice as, of course, modern day people, we do it with a bit more of a practical approach. So it's going to be great for our bodies, but also keep in mind that it's not about what it looks like. And as you get deeper into the practice, as you become more, I think, aware of its flavor, it's going to take you to places that are more nuanced. So just keep in mind that this is a journey, and don't judge yourself and don't judge the practice. Just experience it for a little while and then see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna begin. For those of you who are not lying down yet, you're gonna lay down. You might have some cushions, you might not, doesn't matter. You're gonna make sure that your lower back's comfortable, so your knees are gonna be bent if you have nothing under your legs. And then you're gonna raise the mid back a little from the earth, and you're gonna shimmy your shoulder blades under. And then we're going to lengthen out the arms and relax the arms. And you're going to lengthen your hips to your heels. And then you can let your legs relax. Nice. So then we're going to bring those arms overhead. Maybe you're going to bring the arms right overhead. The backs of the arms are going to be resting on the ground. Maybe your elbows need to bend. Maybe bending the elbows is more respectful of where your body is at today. So we always want to do that. We want to create a good relationship with our body. We're just going to make friends again with our bodies. And then if it feels even better to have the arms, instead of 90 degrees, a little more open, maybe that's where it's at for the body today. And so let's embrace wherever our bodies are at, whatever our bodies want. And then you're going to let a breath come in through the nose, deeply breathing in. And as you exhale, letting go of the out breath through your mouth. And because you're at home, and even if you're in a yoga studio, all the more a wonderful opportunity to sigh out any of those energies that got glued and stuck to the inside of the body. So we're going to take 5 more breaths like this with your own pace of breathing. You're going to breathe in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. We don't get a lot of opportunity to just go, So take that chance. Let's do it 3 more times. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Letting the entire back body start to descend towards the earth. Then I'm not going to guide and make the sounds of the breath anymore. With your own breath, 2 more times. Just 1 breath at a time. Experience breathing in and letting go, sighing that breath out. Notice that each time the body gets to sink a little more into comfort. So 1 more breath cycle like that. And exhale. Nice. And let's take the arms and just cross the left forearm over the right and just relax the arms over your solar plexus. So letting a bit of weight be across the mid-body. And then we're just going to take a moment to check in with the nervous system. So everything we do has that opportunity to tone the nervous system, to attune it from a place where it's in kind of fighting mode to more of a restful, healing, rejuvenating mode. Great. And then from there, we're going to bring the knees in towards the belly. We're going to just relax the arms over the shins. Then gently, you're going to draw the knees a little closer in towards the chest. Nice. Roll your shoulders back. And then relax the shoulders back against the earth. Great. A couple more breaths like that. Relax the chin towards the throat. so that the back of the neck is long. And then we're going to squeeze the knees together and make some ovals with the lower back. So just gently kind of circling side to side along the lower back, massaging your spine. So know that everything we do is to help us to become embodied again. We tend to be in our heads a lot, especially when we work at a computer. And so the body gets left behind. So now just imagine as you reaching your hand out and just holding your body's hand again. Great. We're going to be twisting on our backs here. Let's today have the knees quite close towards the belly. And we'll open up the arms just to the sides and we'll drop the knees to the left. So as your knees come to the left arm is going to drape over the legs. Right arm is going to, just from the fingertips, reach out a little bit more. So right shoulder is going to soften towards the earth. And we'll take a few more breaths there, squeezing the knees gently together. And the sit bone, so the very base of your seat, the sit bone of the right hip, is going to draw down towards your toes. Great, let's take a few more breaths like that. Maybe relaxing the chin, looking towards your right hand. Nice, and then we're going to soften, back to center, draw the knees in towards yourself again. This time we're going to tuck the chin and round the forehead towards the knees for a moment. So curling in. If it feels okay, you're going to reach your fingertips now to the wall that is opposite you. Relax your shoulders and just kind of squeeze in. Nice, beautiful. 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to gently lay back, knees to the right side. Right arm over the legs, so it's helping to help the legs feel like there's support to press the legs towards the earth. Doesn't matter if the knees are high. And then we're going to bring the left arm all the way, extending through the fingertips. Maybe tuck the chin and look over to the left fingertips. Great. And then again, with your inner awareness, find the left sit bone or the bottom bone, the bottom tip of that left pelvis bone, and then just lengthen it to your heels. Nice, and we're just going to breathe into this. And as much as you can, whenever you're in process, in the evolution of being in these shapes, let yourself enjoy the process. So it's not about getting to the end point, but about noticing as you draw the knees back to the center, all of that nuance, which parts of your body are in contact again with the earth. And once again, knees towards the forehead, chin and neck are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. And then knees continually drawing towards you, fingertips drawing away from you, belly button drawing towards the spine. And just breathing here, a few more breaths like that. Nice. As you stay here, you're going to notice the whole body starting to kind of want to get agitated. The body is starting to want to try very hard. So I want you to try not to try hard. So you're going to relax a little bit into this. Even if it's a little bit effortful, you're going to make it a little easier for yourself. Great. And then let's interlace the hands. Hands behind your head. Come to lay back down. Elbows are open, and we're going to ground down through the elbows. Draw your shoulder blades under again. We're going to twist like this. So today, the back of the head is on your hands. So inhale to center. Exhale, knees to your right. And you're going to look to the left, and you're going to draw the left elbow towards the earth. So this is going to continue alternating side to side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, and we'll look to the right. Great. Continuing like this, back to center, knees to the right, look to your left. And so just for about half a minute, without counting anymore with the head. We're just going to experience breathing in, the knees are going to come to center, and breathing out. The knees are going to move to the side, and the elbow that wants to rise, we're just going to gently try to lengthen it towards the ground again. So you can even do this with your eyes closed. And just breathe. I'll let you know when the half a minute is about over. So just side to side. Great. Couple more like that, and then we'll come back to the center. Great, and now we'll come back to center. And again, laying back, hands coming onto the shins again. This time we'll let the knees just widen a little bit. And we're going to be in a reclined child's pose. So just draw the knees now more towards your armpits. Let the lower back lengthen. Relax your shoulders again. Relax the chin towards the throat. Just take a few breaths there. And enjoy that contrast of stillness at this moment. Great, then you're going to start making circles with your ankles. So almost like you're drawing with your big toes. You're going to make some circles with the feet. And then we're going to turn the other way with the feet. Great. Nice. And then if you had anything on your mat where you were resting your knees, we're just going to move the prop out now so that you're just on your mat. And then like a caterpillar, you're just going to shimmy back and have a little more room on your mat. And we're going to have the feet grounded, and one more time, just letting the knees windshield wiper side to side. So about half a minute more like this, allowing the outer hips to feel that massage against the earth. And if you can, make this synchronize with your breath, so that your in-breath is when you feel both feet fully planted onto the mat, and on your out-breath, you feel the feet just peeling up off the mat, coming onto the edges of the feet. So a few more times like that. Every time we're able to describe to ourselves better and to sense better all of these subtle things that are happening. We're increasing really our superpowers of awareness. So it's increasing your concentration muscles, which are really great if you're a meditator or if you're focusing on anything at work. So a few more breaths like that, side to side. Notice the feet. Great, and then in your own time, we're going to come back to center. And from there, bend the knees, bring them towards the armpits again. And this time, we'll bring the shins to be perpendicular, almost perpendicular. So anything that has the shins kind of straight, and you're gonna flex your feet. And today, you're either gonna hold your ankles, your outer feet, or have your thumb and your index fingers around your big toes. And then we're going to just bend the knees even more and lengthen the lower back, the sacrum, along the yoga mat. So outer feet are going to press down towards the earth. Inner feet are going to be pressing up. And at the same time, the knees are bending a little bit more. Shoulders are relaxed, and just gently drawing the legs to bend and to draw the knees towards the earth. We're going to take about 10 breaths here. So you have lots of time for this to develop, for this to shift, and for this to change. I'm going to play with not trying to make that change happen from us commanding it to happen. We're going to hang out and we're going to breathe. We're going to see what happens. Nice. And in the meantime, we're going to really enjoy the breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. And even better, maybe start noticing that as you breathe in, at the end of the in-breath, maybe there's a little pause. And let that pause be there until it feels natural for the out-breath to initiate. So we have a few more breaths like this in our happy baby. Great, and then let's extend fingertips to the sky, extend the feet to the sky. Shoulders, they would have wanted to have lifted off. We're going to drop the shoulders back against the earth again. Nice. And then keep the shoulders relaxed like this. And you're going to bring your palms together, your feet are together. We don't have to move the arms or the legs all the way down to the ground, but we're going to slowly, in opposite directions, hands are going to travel to the left and legs to the right. Just to wherever you can. If you have furniture near you, you can cheat and hold your furniture. So breathe there, and then inhale, come back to the center, and exhale, arms to the right, legs to the left. Nice. Keep doing that. A few more times. Bring it back to center, legs to the right, arms to the left. Right hand is sliding down the arm. And then I'm going to bring it back. And again, to the side. Nice. Notice what it feels like to increase a little bit of the challenge here of that twist. A couple more like this. Just slowly keep engaging a little bit through the core. Back to center. And to your other side. Great. And back to center. One last one to each side. Arms to the left, legs to the right. Play with almost falling. And then arms to the right, legs to the left, and bring yourself back. Interlace the hands, hug the shins, round the forehead towards the knees. Great, now we're going to take a moment. We're going to let the knees touch, feet are wide apart. Close your eyes and just relax. And then notice if your body is feeling interested right now or a sense of satisfaction with having been connected with. You're just going to take 3 more breaths like that, nice and simple. Great. We'll be getting off the mat soon to come onto our feet, but before that, let's do one more thing, and it's really just a nice and fun thing to do, and I feel like we've all been kind of stuck in our homes, and even though our homes protect us and it's wonderful that way, maybe we're feeling a little bit like every day is a repeat of the day before. So now on your back, I'm going to invite you to really imagine that you are a interpretive modern dancer, octopus, whatever you feel like you want to be. And just let yourself, however you want to, each limb is going to do its own thing, your head, your shoulders, your entire person. And just allowing yourself to do whatever you wish right now. We're all on our backs. You can have as much freedom as you like. Just imagine that if you were maybe like running or dancing or jumping, or kind of just whatever you feel like doing right now. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be like ballet, it's not that at all. You might even be shaking the arms and legs out. So completely however you like. I'm going to do this for another couple of minutes. You can even just rock and roll, and if you don't want to be on your back anymore and you want to come into another position and still really just let yourself play and have freedom. You can also do that. So one more minute of allowing yourself to let the body do whatever the body wants to do right now. It might be really just throwing the arms in circles, it might be anything, and it is yoga. So yoga with you knowing how to orient from within. Couple more breaths like that, just maybe shaking things out if you have things that you want to shake out. Could be having fun, it could be some frustrations coming up. It's all allowed here. Great. Nice. And then we're just going to flop everything onto the ground. Exhale. Arms relaxed, legs relaxed, eyes closed. And we'll take a minute here, just letting all of that percolate through the body. Notice the beating of your heart. Notice your in and out breath. Notice that we all breathe. We all share that. We're all in this situation together. Let yourself feel the good part of that we are here holding each other. We're not alone. Great. And then from there, you're going to start making your way to your side. We're going to transition. I hope people who are new to yoga are excited that you spend so much time lying down to begin. Okay, and then now we're going to come into downward dog. So in your own time, and for those of you who have done downward dog and it's really not for you, you're going to come into half standing forward bend. So spread the hands, tuck your toes, draw the hips up, and as you exhale, inner knees are going to move back together towards the wall behind you. Outer hips are going to move together to the wall behind you. We'll take a few breaths like that. Bend both the knees and then straighten the legs again. Let the head hang. Let the shoulders relax. Draw your belly button in. Great. And then bend your knees again. Maybe look forward for a moment. Exhale. Draw the heels back, looking back. Couple more times like this, bending the knees, looking forward. Exhale, draw the hips back, draw the heels back. One more, bend the knees, and then hips are nice and high, lengthen that lower back, draw your belly button in, draw your heels back. Nice. And then let's release the knees back towards the earth and come into cat and cow. So hands are a little ahead of the shoulders, hips are right above the knees, and inhale, we're going to roll the heart up. Exhale, you're going to round the spine. You're going to do this with your own breath for the next half a minute. Just inhale to draw the heart up, and exhale, rounding your spine. Beautiful. Just getting into your own experience of what this feels like. And now be quiet so that you can hear your breath and you can feel your body articulating in each section of your spine. Great. And then from here, draw your hips to the right more, relax the head, left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe into that sense of opening through the side body, the hip. Great, and then we'll come back to center. Draw your hips to the left, relax your head to the right. And we'll breathe just into the side body, the hip. Great, and then coming back to center, we're gonna turn the fingers back. So your palms are still against the ground. You're gonna turn your fingers back, and we're going to kind of open and breathe into the forearms here. So these muscles are our awesome communication muscles, the ones that type the emails and do the computer things. So now we're just going to let it have a chance to open up and be remembered. So breathe into those muscles. Take a few more breaths there. So in terms of activating kind of good chemical processes in the body, when you let yourself have a little smile as you're doing things that might be a bit challenging, it helps to get your mind, your nervous system into a place where the good processes start rolling. So serotonin and all of that is boosted when we do some of these things with a little smile. Nice. Awesome. And then gently lift off, coming up onto the knees. You're gonna bring the right foot forward. So right knee is bent, right foot is ahead of us, and we're just going to be in a lunge here. Great. And we're going to take the hands onto the ground a little bit more. And actually, let's make more room. So walk your right foot out to the side of your mat or kind of beyond your right hand. And then walk your hands forward a little bit more. If it feels okay here, relax your shoulders even more, tuck your back toes, and draw the left heel to the wall behind you. We're gonna breathe here for a little bit. Right hip is gonna relax, right knee maybe is going to draw towards the ground more, so the right foot is lifting off the mat more. It's a little bit tricky if you're going to keep lengthening forward. You could maybe walk your hands forward even more. Relax the forehead, draw the right hip back. So kind of playing a little bit with kind of how far can you be like a Spider-Man or something. Spider coolness. Right hip back, reach, reach, reach. Nice. And then walk the hands back, relax the left knee. So that helped us to open up our hip, the inner groin, and also the front of the quadricep. Great. Step through to downward dog. Spread the hands again, press down through all of your fingers. Bend the knees, draw the hips up and back. Take a couple of breaths there. And again, micro bend your knees, and then draw the heels down. A couple more times like that. Great. And then we'll let the knees come back onto the mat. And then left foot is going to come forward. So again, we're just going to find our stance first. Have both the hips facing where that left knee is. Great. And then fingertips towards the ground. And maybe for you, this feels enough today. Feel free to hang out here. And then if you want to experiment, walk the hands to the inside of the left leg. Walk that left foot out to the outer edge of your yoga mat. Or just beyond your left hand. Open that left knee. Let the sole of the left foot lift off the mat. If that feels enough, hang out there. And again, if you want to play a little more to see how it goes, right knee comes off the mat, right heel goes back. Then you can even play with walking the hands forward a little bit. And then maybe even more. So whatever feels right for you. Draw that right heel back lengthen kind of all the way out. And breathe into it. We're just kind of experiencing sensation in a few targeted areas at the same time. Just allowing yourself to map the body with your awareness. And that's what it's about. It's not about what does this shape look like. A few more breaths there. Great, we're going to transition for a little moment into a plank. So both the feet are going to meet. We're going to draw the heart forward, roll our shoulders back, draw the heels back, belly button to the spine. The heels are going to draw back. Nice. Then let's release the knees, roll your shoulders back, bend the elbows to your ribs. We'll roll the heart up for a moment. Nice. Lower back issues, you're going to bend the elbows even more. So we're trying to bend into the upper body, not so much the lower back. Great. Shoulders are going to roll back, heart is going to draw up. We're going to take a few more breaths right here into the collarbones. Elbows to your ribs. Eyes are soft. Shoulder blades down towards the hips. Nice. Makes a big difference. Awesome, and then we're going to come into child's pose, knees wide apart, big toes together. Let's draw the hips all the way back, forehead resting onto the mat. Nothing else to have to do, just a beautiful place to rest and breathe. I'm going to take about 10 breaths here, and over time, allowing the hips to relax towards the heels. And with each breath that you hear in your child's pose, feel the breath along the back body. Feel with your in-breath almost a flood of freshness, oxygen, prana, moving down the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the back body, all the way to your lower back, to your hips. And then as you exhale, belly softens, belly lets go against the earth and against the legs. Great, let's do 5 more like this. Each one of this very nourishing for your kidneys. And again, for us to move towards the parasympathetic nervous system again. Nice. Then from here, again, walk the hands towards yourself. We're going to turn the wrists forward again. One more stretch for our hands for the inside of the forearms. So fingers pointing towards yourself, palms against the earth. Relax your weight forward a little bit if that feels okay. We're just going to breathe here. Nice. Now we're going to be a bit kinder to ourselves if we notice that, oh, it's quite excruciating. We don't really want excruciating. Then you're going to back up a little bit. You can come up a little bit higher. As long as you feel a little bit of a stretch that you can breathe into. And just read your breath. For another 10 breaths here, just read your breath. Notice what it's telling you. And respond to it. Great, and then gently lift up, and we're going to just kind of shake the hands gently, the wrists, and maybe work the fingers a little bit. So we tend to not focus very much on this when this is one of the most important parts of our mobility. And just a few more like that. Anytime at your desk you need a little break. Nice thing to do for you. Great. Then let's interlace the hands behind us, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna draw the knuckles back. Nice. Then you're gonna tuck your toes. You're gonna sit back towards the heels. And we're gonna try to come up into a squat. Nice. Doesn't matter how you get there. If that doesn't quite work out, get there in your own way. Now we're gonna take the knees a little wider. Nice. And I'm gonna draw the knuckles back, shoulders gonna draw back. Sit bones are gonna draw down, heart is gonna draw up. Totally awkward and really targeting so many things at the same time. Okay, so breathe there. Great, and then release your arms forward, fingertips towards the earth in front of you. If you don't quite reach, it's fine. So you can just relax the hands, stretch the hands forwards, draw the hips back even more. A few more breaths like that, starting to kind of let the body stretch forward and draw towards the earth. Relax the chin towards the throat. We'll take 3 breaths into this. Great, and then press down through the feet. We're gonna rise to a half standing forward bend. Let's take the hands onto the fronts of the shins. Great, and then press the hands against the shins. Lengthen the heart forward, relax your shoulders. Micro bend the knees and draw the outer hips back. And we're gonna let the fingertips drape forward towards the earth. And just relaxing here, we're gonna take maybe about 5 more breaths, just slowly letting our body drape forward and just cascade the spine to wherever it's happy to go. Breathe here as you exhale, breathe out through your mouth, ground down through all sides of your feet. Few more breaths like that, lots of space for you to just breathe and just be. And then press down through your feet. Inhale, we'll draw the arms all the way up. Palms together and palms to the heart. Great, we'll roll the shoulders back. Draw the elbows down and try to lift the sternum along the thumb. So the sternum is gonna draw up. Great, a few more breaths like that, nice and simple. Belly button drawing up, tailbone lengthening down. Mountain pose. Great. And we're going to play with balance a little bit here. Bring your feet closer together. Rock forward and back on your feet. Nice. Come almost all the way to your toes, to tippy toes. And then lean all the way back, woo, towards your heels. Great, and that's why you're just playing, woo. And then forward again, back to the toes. So just a few more times like this, just kind of warming up that feeling. Great, and then we're gonna bring our arms into that. So bend the knees and draw the arms back. And then when you inhale, come up to the toes, bring the fingertips up. When you exhale, lean back, draw your arms back. A few more times like this. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, draw the hips back. Rock onto the heels. Nice and simple. Nice, just one more time. And we'll meet onto the tiptoes, bringing the fingertips together overhead. Relax your shoulders, draw the arms back. Nice. Squeeze through the inner legs towards each other. Now we'll take the arms back, interlace the hands, roll the shoulders back, draw the knuckles down, bend the knees, left knee over the right. I'm gonna face this way, left knee over the right. I'm gonna intertwine the legs if they do that. If not, it's fine. Balance can be with the left toes on the ground. Nice. And then sit into it a little bit more. Roll your shoulders back. Draw the knuckles down. Great. And we're going to release the arms all together. Right elbow under the left. Intertwine the arms. And we'll press the palms against each other. Nice. A few more breaths like that. Relax your shoulders. Great, and then exhale, release. Come back to standing. We're gonna step the left foot out a lot more. Right leg to the side more. Then you're gonna turn out the right foot, bend the right knee, and fingertips towards the earth. Relax your shoulders here. Draw the right hip back. Great, and then just switch sides. Bend the left knee, extend through the right leg. And so just from side to side. Starting to kind of get a little bit crouching tiger with this. Let it become just an exploration again. It's really rocking side to side today. And then big toes are pointing in towards each other. Hands just relax on your legs. We'll fold. Forehead is just going to press back, crown of the head towards the earth. I'm just taking a few more breaths here. Great, micro bend the knees, press down through your feet. Bring the breath into the side ribs. Arms are going to draw up. And then as you exhale, turn the toes out again and jump the legs back together. Great. Then back onto chair. So sit bones drawing back, heart forward. Right knee over the left this time. Nice. Maybe wind the legs. Arms are going to come on out. Left elbow under the right. I'm going to intertwine. Nice, relax your shoulders. So I don't know about you, but I guess in the new year we all try our best sometimes to add things that are good for us. And I guess I've been doing exercises and making the hips actually feel quite tight. So breathing into this together. It's going to help us maintain and open those places again. Draw the heart up, relax the shoulders back. Great. Exhale, step the legs wide apart. Turn the right toes out. Bend the left knee. Relax, fingertips towards the earth. Great, and again, just side to side. We're almost there. Come back to your breath. When you exhale, really let yourself soften into it. Nice, a few more breaths like that. And notice it just becomes kind of an organic flow. Just you exploring what it's like to flow side to side. Not really about whether our shapes look the same. Doesn't matter. Great. And then from here, come back to the center. We're going to fold one more time, big toes pointing forward. Bring your legs closer together. Drape the whole spine. We'll just take 3 more breaths like this, hanging forward. Nice, and then heel toe the feet together. We're going to transition to bend the knees to come to a sitting. So I know I'm challenging some of us today. And then come back to a seat and just play with it. Okay, so right knee is bent and facing forward. Right knee is in line with your right hip. Just a couple of twists, and then we're going to come to rest. So left foot outside the right leg. Hug the arms around the leg, around the left leg. Inhale, draw the heart up, relax your shoulders. And exhale, no, look over the left shoulder. And just breathe in here, tuck the chin, soften the eyes. And take some breaths here, not needing to hurry. So just starting to let things kind of percolate and move and settle. There's going to be a sense of things having been compressed, which is kind of deliberate. It's kind of building up some of the things to now create a place of really letting go. Great, and then release back to center. Right knee is still bent. We're going to extend the left leg. So nice and simple, you're just going to turn your body towards the left leg. And we're just going to walk the hands forward. Maybe you're going to hold the leg or the foot. And then just draw forward along the leg towards the left foot. And just breathe in here, just observing what happens over time. So no need to kind of force the head towards the leg. One of the worst things that could happen is us thinking that the head needs to hit the leg and then kind of crunching and scrunching all the way up. So instead it's all about softening, relaxing, grounding, and then lengthening, reaching organically, breath by breath. So a few more breaths here. And then gently back to center. Let's bend the left knee. Left knee in line with the left hip. Right foot outside the left knee. Hug your left arm around the legs. Right arm just over the left. Inhale to draw up. And exhale, twisting from the belly button, looking over your right shoulder. Tuck the chin again, relax the right ear towards the right shoulder. I'm just going to hang out here. Whenever you're in your exhalation, letting go just a little bit more. Letting go of deep efforting. Letting go of holding even through your ankles. Let yourself scan with your awareness through your whole body here, from your toes all the way to the top of your head. Is there anything that feels like it's efforting tightly, kind of working too hard against limits? And see if you can soften that sense of working too hard against something. It's good to work hard, but not too hard. Nice. And then with that same spirit, right leg just goes to the side, left foot against the leg. I'm going to turn the belly towards the leg. And then just slowly let yourself drape forward. Walk the hands along the leg to wherever you feel like it's a nice place to hold. And then little by little, heart drawing forward towards the right foot. And slowly, breath by breath, just let it unfold. And just relax into that unfolding. Hang out here for a few more breaths. and walking the hands back towards yourself. This time we're gonna bring the feet together and make a big diamond shape. So kind of not a compressed diamond shape, just a big diamond shape. Wriggle your sit bones back. We won't be in this very long, so you can just hang out like this, or if you need to take something under the hips to bring the hips a little higher, makes it easier to fold, you can do that too. We're just gonna hang out here. Maybe we're even gonna rest the chin into the hands, kind of stacked on top of each other. Some of us can come forward more, so feel free to do that. You can walk your hands forward or hold your feet, bend your elbows and bring yourself forward. We're just going to kind of hang out where the body wants to. Great. Close your eyes here. You're gonna take 10 breaths here, just allowing the knees to relax, just allowing the sit bones to ground, and allowing the heart, still ever so subtly, to be drawing forward and upwards over the feet. Maybe it doesn't go all the way there, but just directionally, setting that direction, that movement, that will align the spine for us. And it will be the best alignment for getting things back in order. Great. And then walk the hands back towards yourself. You made it. Knees together, just a little casual twist to your left side. Right arm outside the left leg. Just gonna twist, looking over the left shoulder. Nice. And then to the other side, just bring it all together. Left arm outside the right leg. Right hand behind you. Inhale to drop. Exhale to twist. Nice. And hopefully that helped us to connect with almost all parts of our bodies, all parts of ourselves today. So take any props that you like under your legs now for your Shavasana. Sometimes if you have more blankets and cushions around the house, get to bring them to your practice so you have luxury and support. So we're gonna take the legs maybe over that support. If you don't have any props today, no worries at all. You'll still gain a lot of benefits from your Shavasana, which is what we're doing now. So just come forward, lay back, make yourself comfortable. If you have that little pillow, take that. If you have a blanket, it can be over kind of the belly, the solar plexus, whatever feels nice. Close your eyes, kind of wriggle and make yourself super comfortable. And we'll just let all of the limbs get nice and heavy. And then imagine the whole body just kind of flopping like a starfish at the seashore. Just every limb just soft and yielding into the sand. And then every pore of you just drinking in that sea salty air. Every part of you, every pore, breathing out and melding with the earth. So there's nothing else to have to do. For a few more minutes here, you'll be in a container for your rest, a safe, holding space, just for you to breathe and to be. All of that work of moving your breath, your chi, your prana through the body already done. And now letting all of that weave together. All of the good chemical processes in the nervous system, the organs. And the neural pathways, and then letting go of even that scientific labeling. Doesn't matter. The body already knows how to do this magic without us needing to categorize anything at all. So breath by breath, little by little, simply breathe, simply be, simply rest. I'll let you know when we have reached the end of Shavasana. You rest, just letting this poem kind of ripple over your experience. Just letting yourself feel like you can dance amongst these words with your awareness. Remember, by Joy Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He's your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories, too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you're all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember the dance. Language is. That life is. Remember. Gently deepening the breath. Smooth, deep breaths into the body. Feeling prana circulate throughout the body. Feeling relaxed and complete, just as you are. Bringing sensation and movement back to the fingers and toes. Taking a big stretch or any movement you like along the way as you come to your side and then transition to find a seat, any comfortable seat. We'll meet with the eyes softly closed, hands together at the heart. Just take a few more moments, sensing our connection to stillness and ease. May this spaciousness continue to hold you, for you to continue to know that you have lots of room within that in which to be free. We'll chant Om to seal our practice, and you can join me if you like. Just to ripple out and to bring to equilibrium all that is percolating. So taking a breath in together. Bowing towards our hearts and each other. Namaste.